Welcome back to Day in the Life of JB Bless, channel about nothing, but it's about something. Finishing up part 3 of Dating an Older Woman. So I left off at us at the Pepper Mill. We head out for the rest of the day. The rest of the day was pretty peaceful. Did some shopping, some other things, souvenir shopping. You know how you do in Vegas. Went to some of the casinos, played a little bit. Told y'all she was already pushing my buttons, so I was trying to keep it even. You know, no, be nice, be patient, but it was even though she was pushing on my nerves. So later that night, we get back to the room. I think I was still moving back and forth around the hotel. Hotel has free. I've been yawning all day, but I'm not tired. So anyway, they have free movies. I go get a movie. We chilling. She gets up next to me, and I fall asleep. But I wake up to a hand in my pants. So as a man goes, even though I said I wasn't doing nothing, end up leading something. So I'm gonna show y'all. So once again, I'm on top. We all the way there. We going there. And once again, she does the raises all the way up, throws my groove all the way off. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on with your hip. I don't know if you got a trick hip. I don't know if you slipping it back in place. What's going on? And so I finished my business. I was ready to get out of there. Boom, 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 out. So she catches attitude. That was so selfish of you. You should have waited until I got mine and this, and that. We go into a full blown out argument. But I still don't say, what's up with this hip you keep throwing around? Keep it to myself. I'm trying to be nice. So that Saturday, we go out to breakfast at Hash House A Go Go. The day was kind of sluggish. It was like weird weather in Vegas at the time. Wind was blowing hard. It wasn't really hot, wasn't really cold. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with the yarn. It wasn't really hot, wasn't really cold. She was doing a lot of slow walking, like super slow when we walk up the strip. Like she didn't, she just was, I don't know, she was in her little spoiled mood. I guess she wanted me to, come on, let's go and no, no. We grown. We grown. We talk our feelings out. We use our words. We talk. So anyway, we end up we did, even though she complained about getting on the deuce and she doesn't ride public transportation, blah blah blah. She never has. She ended up getting on the deuce. So as we get on the deuce, it's a couple that gets on the deuce. You could tell they were, I know it's hard to tell by how somebody look because they could be totally different when you find out about them. But the couple had on, the husband was nicely dressed. He had the Docker shoes on, the little khaki shorts on, the button-up shirt, short sleeve shirt. The wife had two different type of Louis Vuitton carriers she had with her. They both had, he had a rollie on, she had some jewelry on, and I noticed she was watching them when they got on and kept an eye on them because I guess she couldn't believe that they were on the deuce. So anyway, we head out. We go to the, I don't know if I told y'all about the mall and her being on the phone with her mother saying, oh, I can't believe he tried to get me to, ride public transportation, blah, blah, blah. And I'm talking to the lady at the store, and the lady at the store is like, well, everybody rides. I'm talking to her about it. I don't know what her problem is. So the lady kind of looked at her like, who you think you is? So she tried to get me to try on some shirts. I'm like, no, I'm good. She like, come on, try it. The sales guy like, yeah, she wants you to try on the shirts, blah, blah, blah. I just grimmed him like, bro, if you don't get out my face, man. So I told her no, no, thank you, because I know after this trip everything is over with, and I don't want no ties. Nobody saying that, oh, you tried to get over on me, blah blah blah, whatever. Just let it be. So went to breakfast, putts around Vegas, going in and out of the little shops while she dragging behind me like a little lost puppy. Um, and I made plans to go to a nice little steak place, steak and seafood place, and called, made reservations, all of that. Was ready. Checked out the menu. Actually, we had walked by it while we were out and about. It was inside like a mall type thing, and so that evening, I don't know, I'd say around 2 o'clock. Went back to the hotel, laid down for a little bit, because if you're in Vegas, all that walking and it get hot and then it cool off, whatever. Get back to the hotel, you know, take a nap, wake up around 6. And I think the meal was supposed to be at like 4 or something or whatever. Well, the reservations I had was like 4. Missed that totally. They had called, left a message, all that. So she's like, well, I think we need to go to emergency. My eye's not getting better. It's getting worse. And I'm watching her put makeup on. Her makeup from her makeup company. Put makeup on as she's saying her eye is irritated and she hopes it's not pink eye. So now I'm irritated because now I'm about to end up in the emergency room in Vegas on my birthday weekend, and it's like, no, this is not how I pictured this going down. So we end up getting in the cab, heading down to emergency. So we're in emergency about 4 hours. I say the first hour we sat in the lobby. No, it might have been about 3 hours, if that. So the first hour we sat in the lobby. They finally called her to the desk, get her information. Wheelchair comes out. The guy puts her in the wheelchair, and as she's going back, I'm way on the other side of the waiting room. She goes, Paul, come on. So by this time, I'm just irritated and being a little bit evil. I'm being a little bit odd. So I just, yelled back across the room, I'm not your husband. Everybody in the waiting room turns around like, dang. So I get up, go back there. We back there, we sitting. Not even 5 seconds after I get back there and she's, sitting in a chair. One of the guys come out, I guess a nurse or whatever. He's like, it's getting kind of crowded back here. If you're not a patient that's being seen, we're going to need you to go back to the waiting room and wait. So anyway, back to the waiting room I go. Waited about another hour, 2 hours almost. Not pink eye. Something similar to pink eye, but you're still putting eyeliner and all that on. Makes no sense to me. We end up getting back to the hotel. The night was over. I think I went down to the bar and got me about 2 or 3 drinks. Went out to the pool, sat in the jacuzzi, that type of thing. So Sunday it was just like an odd feeling between us. We really wasn't speaking. She was doing the walking 3-4 car lengths behind me, dragging her feet. I'm like, man, you just doing the most. So next morning we get ready to leave, get on the flight. In my mind, I already know that she wants to switch seats. So now I'm stuck in the middle. My back was already hurting. So on the flight, I have my pillow. I got my little cover that I always bring. So my back is hurting, but I'm trying to, straighten myself up in this chair. So I got my thing, I turned it to the side, my neck pillow, I turned it to the side, I got my covers, so I'm like, in and out, in and out. So she like, ooh, you think I could borrow your pillow? Yeah, you can borrow the pillow. So I take my blanket, roll it up, put it on my head, I lean on the seat in front of me. Not even 5 seconds after I lean on the seat in front of me, she lays across my back. I immediately jump up like, what are you doing? I just told you that my back was hurting. And I told you, and I'm not yelling because we're in a plane. I'm kind of whispering. I'm like, and I told you that I don't like sitting in the middle on the Marty crap. So she moves back. She waits a couple of minutes. She's like, you know what I think? I think you're scared to love. I think you have a lot of love that you want to give, and you would give it to me, but you're scared you're going to get hurt. No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. I'm scared I might push you out your chair, make you sit in the middle. So anyway, flight goes. We land in Detroit. We all know how when people rush to get off the plane, everybody's jumping in the middle. So it's a couple. The row with us is a lady and her daughter, but in front of us is the husband and the son. So with them getting off, they were trying to get to each other so they could all leave at the same time, you know, grabbing bags, all that, whatever. So she jumps in front of him, puts a foot in the middle, and basically like Bogart's in. So the little white girl kind of get back like, wow, like, you know, she look at her, and the mom just looked at the girl and put her, you know, held her back a little bit. So the lady I'm with, she's like, oh, I have to get out of here. I'm claustrophobic. I can't take it. Oh, I have to get out of here. It's too much. It's too much. So people looking like, oh, hurry up and let her off, you know. So she goes, heads out, and then as we getting off, I let the mother and the daughter get in front of me, and I'm helping them grab their luggage, and then we walk out. So the husband and the son and the husband in front of them. The lady I'm with, and then it's them. So the lady I'm with, she hurries up and walks out, and they're going up, and I'm right behind the lady and her daughter. And the daughter looks at her mother and she says, Mom, that lady was so rude. And the mother, she peeps me behind. She turns around. She's like, Hun, don't say that. That's not nice. I say, oh, no. Oh, she's rude. The husband, the son, the mom, and daughter all bust out laughing. So, you know, it's one way in the airport, one way out as far as when you're leaving the gate. So as I'm coming through the gate, she's standing right there. We talked for a little bit, and she was like, well, I already called my ride, and they'll be here in a minute. I said, okay, well, I'll wait until your ride comes, and, you know, whatever. So, her ride came and got her. She didn't want to ride back with me because I'm parked at her apartment. So that's fine with me. And before she leaves, she says, you know, we're going to have to talk. You know, there's things that we have to go over. Like, we in a serious relationship. I just, yeah, okay. Got in my Uber, went to get my car. And I didn't hear from her. Maybe I heard from her like once or twice, and I just was like, you know, I don't think this is it. You need somebody that's more, you know, a white-collar worker, or somebody that's retired and they got money and this is that or whatever. I didn't hear from her until maybe like 8 months later. I was in a random group text she sent out about going jogging at some park. That was the last time I heard from her. So that's my story about dating an older woman, her and her hips, whatever that was. So please like, subscribe. Please like and subscribe. At least subscribe. Leave a comment. If you got any ideas of videos that I should do or any type of content that you would like to see, leave it in the comments. Get back with you. I appreciate y'all for watching. I really do. For those that have subscribed and liked and left messages either here or on Instagram, I appreciate y'all for the love. It really means a lot. I'm just trying to build my subscribers and also build my content. Like I say, I will be doing videos about moving back to Africa, just going over the different money exchange rates and opening your mind about thoughts of why do you feel that have to be here in America when there's so many other countries that you could retire. And if you stay in Michigan, we all know we go through the weather's up and down. We barely get 3 months of hot weather. So if you want to retire to a nicer climate, why would you want to be a beachfront property or something like that? Pay less for it. I'll give you one thing that I'll talk about when I talk about moving to Africa, and also either that or the Yucatan in Mexico, where there is no cartels. But for $1 American in Gambia, it's worth $51 of that money. Just something to think about. Like I said again, like, subscribe. I'll get back at y'all. I holla.